The Russian Revolution: Leadership, Ethnic Diversity, and Global Impact. The Bolshevik Revolution of October 1917 marked the first significant implementation of Marxist communism, transforming Russia from a semi-feudal empire into a socialist state. Russia's unexpected role, despite its agrarian economy and small proletariat, 4% urban in 1860, stemmed from extraordinary circumstances. World War I, from 1914 to 1918, inflicted 2 million deaths, famine, and economic collapse, radicalizing workers, soldiers, and peasants. The February Revolution of 1917 overthrew Tsar Nicholas II, but the provisional government's failure to end the war or address land reform created a power vacuum. Vladimir Lenin's Bolsheviks, a faction of the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party founded in 1898, seized power in Petrograd, establishing the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, which became the Soviet Union in 1922. Lenin's Marxist-Leninism adapted Marxism to Russia's conditions, emphasizing a vanguard party to lead the proletariat and incorporating peasants, who formed 80% of the population, as revolutionary allies. The Decree on Land, issued in November 1917, redistributed aristocratic estates, aligning with Marxist principles of property abolition, while nationalization of banks, railways, and industries implemented collectivization. War communism, from 1918 to 1921, centralized the economy during the Russian Civil War, and the new economic policy, introduced in 1921, allowed limited market reforms to stabilize it, showcasing Marxism's adaptability. The Soviet Union's success inspired communist movements in China, achieving victory in 1949, Cuba, achieving victory in 1959, and beyond, facilitated by the Comintern, active from 1919 to 1943. The Bolshevik leadership reflected Russia's ethnic diversity, encompassing individuals of varied backgrounds united by Marxist ideology. Vladimir Lenin, born Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov in 1870, was of Russian, Kalmyk, German, and Swedish descent, raised in a nominally Orthodox family but an avowed atheist. Leon Trotsky, born Lev Davidovich Bronstein in 1879, hailed from a secular Jewish family in Ukraine, rejecting religious identity for Marxism. Joseph Stalin, born Ioseb Jugashvili in 1878, was Georgian, trained in an Orthodox seminary but embracing atheism. Grigory Zinoviev, born Hersh Apfelbaum in 1883, and Lev Kamenev, born Lev Rosenfeld in 1883 with a partially Jewish background, were from secular Jewish families, while Yakov Sverdlov, born in 1885, also came from a Jewish family, all identifying as Marxist atheists. Felix Dzerzhinsky, born in 1877 of Polish Catholic origin, and Nikolai Bukharin, born in 1888 in Moscow of Russian descent, were similarly secular. Jewish leaders constituted approximately 20 to 25% of the Central Committee from 1917 to 1922, higher than their 4% population share, reflecting radicalization from anti-Semitic oppression, but the majority were of Russian, Georgian, or other ethnicities. This diversity underscores the Bolsheviks' universalist ideology, transcending ethnic or religious affiliations. The implementation of communism in Russia benefited key figures and groups. Lenin wielded supreme authority until 1924, shaping the Soviet state. Trotsky led the Red Army to victory in the Civil War, gaining prominence until his 1929 exile. Stalin consolidated power as general secretary, becoming dictator by the late 1920s with access to state resources. Zinoviev, Kamenev, and Sverdlov held leadership roles, enjoying privileges until purges in the 1930s. The nomenklatura, party elites, secured better housing and rations, while urban workers gained initial workplace control, education, and labor protections, though war communism's hardships limited benefits. Peasants acquired land via the Decree on Land, but collectivization in the late 1920s caused devastating famines. Internationally, leaders like Mao Zedong in China and Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam emulated Russia's model, supported by the Comintern, while European communists like Ernst Thälmann, a German labor organizer, and Palmiro Togliatti, an Italian intellectual, gained influence, though constrained by local conditions.